Aristocles versus Aristotle. This presentation is going to be a short claim that there's at least we couldn't rule out the possibility that Aristocles and Aristotle are deliberately chosen names by Plato and whoever Aristotle is. In other words, Aristoteles or Aristotelos, having come as a foreigner on hearing the kleos of Plato and hearing his far-flung fame, had in advance knowing that Plato being a nickname, something like broad or broad-shouldered, like the character John Wayne was called in The Searchers. But knowing that his actual name was Aristocles, and he put his name in the same form. So Aristos is the word aristocrat, but Aristos meaning the best, and then first literally referring to the sort of the better sort, as it were, the old money or something. Not what with the Romans would be called patricians, but it said the aristos class, the aristocrats, and then taken up by the philosophers and given this ultimate meaning, pointing towards infinity, sort of given this ultimate meaning of the philosopher king and so on. The best. So the one we're seeing Aristos being used in the one that we call Plato after his nickname. It's like the big guy or something, Plato. Who is actually perhaps, so it's sort of, there's a point of doubt here which is curious, and it would ruin the theory if it was true, but in a way you could still fix it, because you'd say, Aristocles was the name that his parents gave him, and it was his real name, and then his moniker, or what he went by, was Platon. But it could be that actually, so if that was the case, that might be true, and then it was just be arbitrary, but that it so happens that Plato, having actually fulfilled this name of kleos, because the second part of the word is kleos, meaning far-flung fame or glory, or this scintillating, glittering thing. Beauty is sometimes said to be the one of the transcendentals, which is the most sort of guides us towards the good proper, towards the agathon, towards the, and even onto sort of the unnameable G, wipe out the word D or something, or the Hashem. So we have this comparison between two ways of looking at this issue. And I think what it leads us to ultimately is a basic sort of meditation on the phenomenology of this these basics, which we could go into further, I think, in the next video, but let's just try to force ourselves to do what Jung charged Heidegger with, which is being banal as hell. So we just force ourselves to face up to the boring, banal things, rather than simply saying they're truisms, so we don't care about them, because they're, in a way, the most all-permeating factors in our daily lives.